YuGiOh is a unique TCG.
Not only in gameplay mechanics, but in the fact it doesn't rotate out its card pool.
Because of this, certain cards that were deemed unplayable or overlooked at first have a chance to appear depending on new strategies and the modern meta.
On one hand, these cards just boost a deck's potential, but on the other, they can cheese out an easy win over the other player.
But what if YuGiOh had a restart?
Could this game be revised with the benefit of hindsight? If so, what would that game look like?
These are the questions we wish to answer. I'm Dakota.
And I'm Cody. Join us as we create custom packs based on the originals, but change certain rarities of cards as well as eliminating other cards to make sure their toxic behavior never sees a game map.
Welcome to the YuGiOh Revision Series. How's it going, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of the Revision Series. I'm joined here, like always, with the Earthbound Immortal himself, Cody. Cody, how are you doing today?
Oh, buddy, it's cold. I'm very tired.
It is very cold.
I'm hoping it's too cold for some insects to come out to play.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll have to wait and see.
Oh, that actually reminded me. We have to talk about the ban list.
Yeah, we have a new thing to talk about.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll pull that up right now. So here we have it, the brand new ban list. For here on out, we are going to be following this list. Cody, you want to talk about the changes that we made?
Yeah, so pretty much the only thing we hit now are some Inzektor cards.
Yep.
But we did change around some other cards, or just remove some entirely.
Yes.
We did not change anything on the banned section. As far as limited is concerned, we did add Inzektor Hornet.
Yes.
Because that card has been doing a number on me.
Yes.
The past few weeks.
Yeah, so new to limited one is Hornet. It's not one of the extender or combo pieces, but going second, this card, the fact that it can just keep sending itself to the graveyard, popping cards, it allows the deck to play very aggressively going second. In the TCG, they were able to get around this by playing cards like Foolish Burial. We don't have access to that card. So yeah, limited one, Hornet. I think that this is probably a good call. Taking off from limited one, yes, we did Ojama Trio. We haven't played this card a whole lot since we put it to one. A lot of the decks are now very combo oriented. Not sure if I'm gonna regret this. It was you who convinced me to do this. Also taken off of limited is Gale. This was a card that we saw as pretty generic because technically any deck could play this if you're interested in a level 3 tuner. But not only that, but it actually has potential of just clearing big bodies by itself since it can cut monsters in half. So the two cards that we took off of semi-limited was Area Limit and Dark Door. I don't believe either one of us have these cards at 3, but technically we could now play them at 3. Same thinking, a lot of the decks are very combo oriented. I think it'd be pretty hard to pull off a stun strategy right now.
And now with ranks, there is a better way around it too.
Yes. Other than that, the new thing that we added to Limited 2 is Dragonfly. Probably the most crucial combo piece for the deck. I was even thinking like, does Centipede need to be there? But Dragonfly searches Centipede, and Centipede only adds from deck to hand, which isn't always the best. It's good for like adding follow-up for the next turn, or you can add the equip spell to buff your monsters, which also then gives you recovery if your opponent outs the equip spell. But Dragonfly being able to special from deck, that clearly just sounded like the best combo piece. Other than that, those are the only changes that we made. I thought it was funny that we really only kind of had to touch the Inzektor cards. Out of all the packs that we've done so far in this Xyz era, nothing even seemed that broken. It's either because we didn't pull all the pieces to make like the really broken stuff at its full potential, or the way that we designed the packs, we purposely take out like Floodgate cards or these really toxic cards. But all in all, I think that these are good changes. Alright, so for today's episode, we are opening up Abyss Rising. Like always, we like to highlight a couple of cards. The first card I wanted to highlight is Memory of an Adversary. This is a normal trap card. When your opponent monster declares an attack, you can take damage equal to the attack. If you do, banish that monster during the end phase of your opponent's next turn. Special summon that monster to your side of the field.
Alright, well, moving over to my first card then, I chose the Secret Rare Bahamut Shark. This is a rank 4 Xyz monster. It requires 2 level 4 water monsters, which is not hard to make. And it has the effect once per turn, you can detach a material from this card to special summon a rank 3 or lower water Xyz monster from your extra deck. But this card cannot attack the rest of the turn.
The next card I wanted to cover is Mermail Abyss Megalo. So this is a level 7 water monster. For the effect, you can discard 2 other water monsters to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. When summoned this way, you can add one Abyss spell or trap from your deck to your hand. You contribute one other attack position water monster. This card can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn.
Okay, going into my next card, I think it's potentially fair to say this is a staple up to some degree, because when I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh, I saw a lot of deck lists playing this card in the extra deck. Abyss Dweller. So, 2 level 4 monsters. It's a rank 4 Xyz. While this card has a material attached that was originally water, all water monsters you control gain 500 attack. Once per turn, quick effect. Detach a material from this card. Your opponent cannot activate any card effects in their graveyard that turn. And I think that's exactly why it was a staple.
All right, so the last card I wanted to highlight is Abyss Scale of the Kraken. This is a equip spell that can now be searched off of Megalo. Equip only to a mermail monster, it gains 400 attack. When a monster effect that was activated on your opponent's side of the field resolves, negate that effect, then send this card to the graveyard.
My final card then, I chose the quick play Spellbook of Fate. I would have loved to have had this last week.
Yeah.
So if you control a spellcaster type monster, you can banish up to 3 spellbook spell cards from the graveyard. Apply the effect depending on the number of spell cards banished for this card's activation. You can only activate 1 Spellbook of Fate per turn. If you banish 1, you can return 1 set spell or trap card on the field to the hand. If you banish 2, change a monster on the field to face down defense position or face up attack position. Or if you banish 3, banish 1 card your opponent controls.
Finally.
That's some bad interruption there.
Yeah, finally some interruption with this deck. Those are the cards that we wanted to highlight. The rest of the pack is just generically a lot of water support. Mermails has a Xyz monster in here. It's a rank 7. A lot of rank 4s in here. Prophecies has a new rank monster in here as well. The rest of this pack consists of some more Noble Arm cards, Madolche cards, Mermail cards, as well as new Heroics, which is a rank 4 warrior based strategy. All in all, what were your thoughts on this pack, Cody?
Oh, not too shabby. You know, even though I knew we were getting the extra support for the spellbook and prophecy cards this time, it would have been nice to have them last time.
Yeah.
Seeing more Madolche support makes a lot of sense. I did make a comment to you offhand, I think at the end of the last episode, that we are seeing a ton of water support this season, it seems like.
Yeah.
Like every pack has at least some, but this is a lot of water support.
I think that this pack is similar to the previous pack, where the previous pack was all about introducing quite a few of these archetypes. Well, this one introduces the Mermails, of course, but it also boosts up the previous strategies for Prophecy, Madolches, and Heroics, which desperately needed, I feel.
One card I didn't feel like it was worthy of highlighting, but I didn't even know it existed. I didn't know there was like a retrain of Giant Soldier of Stone.
Oh yeah, the Xyz.
Yeah, I had no idea this card existed.
Yeah, all together, I actually quite enjoy this pack as well. I can't wait to try out some of these cards. So what do you say, buddy? Should we get into the game?
Oh, I say we shall.
All right, let's do it.
All right, guys. So, cards on the table here. Yu-Gi-Oh card game puns aside. You know, you've been watching this series. I've been getting beat down by bugs quite a bit in the past few weeks. I don't even know if there is I don't even remember if there is an Insector Beetle type card. But I did work with a friend of mine who does not play Yu-Gi-Oh, but was kind enough to help me. We took inspiration from Beetles in particular. And you know, I got by with a little help from my friends. I'm not ashamed of that joke. You're gonna have to deal with that. So I'm playing a rather meta strategy for myself. I'm playing windups, because it turns out I have a lot of good windup cards and good ratios of them. To start, we're playing Night Assailant. This is a tour guide target for 1, but it's also just a pop if I happen to hard draw into it. I did use my craft from last week on a second tour guide. A 3 Snowman Eater for the same thing. It's when flip face up, it pops a monster, and it is water, which does play into a spell card later. The 2 tour guides to summon a level 3 fiend from hand or deck. Wind Up Kitten, this is a really important one, but I'm only running it at 2 because it doesn't really extend at all past its 1 effect. And some of the windups have the effect that they only work once while face up on the field, like this one. But I can target a monster the opponent controls and return it to the hand. Magician is a very important one to see. If the effect of a wind-up monster is activated except for Magician, I can special summon a level 4 or lower wind-up monster from the deck in face-up defense. The Rabbit then has a quick effect. I can target a wind-up monster I control, banish it until the next standby phase. Wind-up Rat, I can summon this into attack position during my main phase. I can switch it to defense, target a wind-up in the graveyard. That wind-up will then get special summoned in defense. And Shark, when a wind-up monster is normal or special summoned to my side of the field, I can special summon this card from the hand. And then once per turn, I can either increase this card's level by 1 until the end phase, or decrease its level by 1 until the end phase. Bait Doll for some back row removal. Book of Moon has made a return. Dark Hole, because it turns out a lot of people were playing Dark Hole this time. Heavy Storm, Instant Fusion, Monster Reborn, Night Beam, all make returns. Pot of Avarice to help recycle some monsters. Salvage is that spell card I mentioned earlier with Snowman Eater. I can target 2 water monsters with 1500 or less attack in my graveyard, add them back to my hand, which does allow me to add back the Wind Up Sharks and the Snowman Eater. Wind Up Factory, a pretty good spell card to see. Once per turn, if an effective Wind Up monster is activated, except in the damage step, I can add a level 4 or lower Wind Up from deck to hand. Bottomless Trap Hole to stop some monster summons. Fiendish Chain has been pretty good lately for both of us, but more likely Dakota because he has more of them. Mirror Force is actually back too for the same reason as Dark Hole. Solemn Judgment and my Solemn Warnings, I decided to throw them in as well for extra back row support. The side deck, because he kept playing Black Wings after we hit them the first time, I'm not fully trusting him to not still try to see if Inzectors work. So I did build a lot of the side deck around that. So I have Dimensional Fissure here to send any monster to the Banish Zone rather than the graveyard. Enemy Controller is here. This is where I get really cheeky, and if I do side into them, he'll probably hate me. 2 level limit area Bs to change all face at level 4 or higher to defense, and then a Messenger of Peace to make it so monsters with 1500 or more attack cannot declare an attack, but I am required to pay 100 life points during my standby phase each turn or destroy it. Another card I thought was good here is Soul Release. So he did tell me at the end of the last episode that Shadow Imprisoning Mirror would have been a good card to shut down those, but seeing as I am playing some Darks this time, I went for this instead. Soul Taker to target a monster he controls and destroy it, and then he gains 1000 life points as penance for that. Draining Shield to hopefully keep me in the game a little longer, and then the last 3 cards, Drastic Drop Off and Time Seal, all make it so that he either skips the draw phase or he has to discard a card he pulls from his deck when he draws it. The extra deck, the fusions all make return for Instant Fusion. Adrius returns, Leviathan Dragon returns, Giga Brilliant is here. This might be the first time I've played him. Tyrus returns, and I've played all of these windups at least once, I believe, except for Zenmaity. With Zenmaity, once per turn, I can detach an Xyz material from this card, special summon a windup monster from hand or deck, and when a face-up windup monster on the field is destroyed and sent to your graveyard, except in damage step, you can detach an Xyz material from this card, target that monster, and return that target to the hand. So these cards have a lot of potential. Their one downside essentially is that their effects only work once while face-up on the field. However, I can then use them to go into Xyz plays. I can detach them as material and recycle them that way. I can use Zen Maester from the extra deck to set them down in the same turn. So there's options to recycle them. This deck apparently did see a lot of play back in the day. I never gave it any thought, honestly. I never looked into it. Go figure. That's probably why I'm losing so much. Yeah, I built a more meta style deck with the help of some friends, and I built the side deck to just kind of counteract my trauma of dealing with bugs. Let's get out there, let's wind up some toys, and let's see if we can get a win out of it.
All right, guys, for today's episode, I decided to re-explore Six Samurais with a little bit of a twist. So this wasn't actually my first pick. I was working on a different deck at first, but then I started looking at some of the warrior options that we had available to us now, and we've gotten quite a few since the last several packs, especially since the last time that we played Six Samurais. So we're playing the Tuner, of course, playing that at 3, playing the Elder at 3 just because it's like a Cyber Dragon, 3 Kageki just to get another body onto the field, 3 Kaizen just because he can special himself from the hand if I have another 6 Sam on the field. We're playing 2 of the Mizuho and the Shinai. The Shinai allows me to recycle my resources from the graveyard, while the Mizuho is actually a way to destroy cards my opponent controls. Next, we're playing 3 Photon Thrasher. This card is pretty good for going first and second. You can special summon this card if you control no monsters, which means it's just a really easy card to make rank 4s with, as well as the Goblinberg. This card has the effect that when it's on normal summon, you can special summon a level 4 or lower from the hand, and then this card is switched to defense, which doesn't matter, it just helps you establish a Xyz. For the spells, we're playing 3 of the Smoke Signal to search our 6 Sams, 2 of the Asceticism, 2 United to draw additional cards. My craft was actually a secondary Rhoda, so now I can play this card at 2. I guess I do love this card. Now we have Instant Fusion, Monster Reborn, and then for the traps, we're playing the 2 Judgment, 1 Warning, 3 Fiendish Chain, and another card I wanted to try out for this episode, Desperate Tag. This is a continuous trap. If a face-up attack position monster you control is destroyed by battle, during damage calculation, you can reduce the battle damage you take to 0, and then special summon a level 4 or lower warrior monster from your hand at the end of the damage step. For the side deck, we're playing 3 Cyber Dragon, 3 Swords of Concealing Light, Heavy Storm, Night Beam, Bait Doll, Enemy Controller, Zing Zang Hu Replica. This is a card similar to another card that we first had access to, but this one, instead of targeting 2, you target 1 set spell or trap card. As long as the replica is on the field, that card cannot be activated. And finally, 2 copies of Safe Zone. This is another really cool continuous trap card that has the effect: activate this card by targeting 1 face-up attack position monster you control on the field. That face-up monster cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effects. Your opponent cannot target it with card effects. Also, it cannot attack your opponent directly. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. When the monster leaves the field, destroy this card. So this is a really cool card in tandem with the Shien, because Shien can negate any spell or trap that my opponent activates, and I can actually use this card to target the Shien, so now he can only out it one way. That is by destroying the safe zone. Next we have Thought Ruler, Stardust, Dark Strike Fighter, Black Rose, Ancient Fairy, Orient Dragon, 2 Shien. For some of our XEs, we have a couple of new ones. We have the Heroic Champion Kusangi. This card requires 3 level 4 warrior type monsters once per turn during either player's turn. When a trap card is activated, you can detach a material, negate the activation. If you do destroy it, then this card gains 500 attack. We also have the Heroic Champion Excalibur. Takes 2 level 4 warriors. Once per turn, detach 2 materials from this card. This card's attack becomes double its original attack until the end phase of the opponent's turn. Then we have the Heroic Champion Gendiva. Once per turn, when a level 4 or lower monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, detach a material, destroy that special summon monster. Next we have Gaga Cowboy. It takes 2 level 4 warrior monsters. Once per turn, detach a material from this card. Apply the effect depending on this card's current position. If it's an attack, if this card battles an opponent's monster, this turn it gains 1000 attack. Also, the opponent's monster loses 500 attack. And then if it's in defense, I can detach a material and inflict 800 damage to the opponent. Then we have Giga Brilliant and only 2 of the instant fusion targets. So that's the deck. I actually did quite a few test hands with this deck, and I was able to pop off every single turn. So I'm hoping I get the same success for this match as well, and hopefully it ends with a victory. Let's just go ahead and get into the game. All right, buddy, here we are. Game 1, Abyss Rising. How are you feeling about your pulls?
Pulls were decent, I think. I do gotta say before we start though, I have to give credit where credit is due. I went out and I got some help. I didn't ask for it, but it was graciously offered to me in the deck building process.
Who helped you?
Derek.
Derek, what?
Last night after game night.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is so exciting, man.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what the 2 of you have concocted.
Yeah. A guy who actively hates like playing the meta, and then a guy who hasn't played Yu-Gi-Oh and has never played it competitively and hasn't played it in over 8 years.
Yeah.
He said, built a deck together to play against you. So we'll see how that goes.
I'm expecting some very old school cards potentially.
Oh, we got a mirror match there.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, buddy.
The boulder has defeated me.
The boulder is going second.
Oh, wow. Okay. You and your going second decks, like you just enjoy that so much. I'm gonna make you regret it too.
Yeah, are you did you figure out that strategy that you said if you had everything figured out was gonna be trouble for me?
Yeah, I did figure it out, and I think that it is gonna be some trouble for you. I'm gonna start by activating
ban list.
6 Samurai United.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna start then after that with a special summon of Photon Thrasher. After this, I'm going to normal summon Elder of the 6 Samurai. I'm going to activate Asceticism. We'll go ahead and we'll grab the boy, and I'm going to synchro off. Or actually, wait. Before I do that, I totally forgot that I now have the 2 counters, and now I will send it to the graveyard to draw 2. Oh my god. We're going to activate 6 Samurai United. And then I'm going to activate Rhoda.
Are those the exact 2 cards you drew?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Let's fucking go. Let's add Kaizen. Let's special the Kaizen. That's going to be another counter. Now I can synchro off. For Sheehan. Get another counter. Send it to the grave. Draw 2.
Curious on the Photon Thrasher, because right now he's just a brick on your field. Like, he's a body, but he's a brick.
Hey man, that is a free level 4 right there that you're looking at. Yeah. Instant fusion.
Jesus Christ.
We're going to grab the Dark Fire Dragon.
What X's am I about to see? 2 level 4s.
Bam. Heroic Champion Gendiva. And that is my end board.
Stand by to main.
All good.
I'll set 2.
Oh wow, here we go.
Set 3.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. I will draw for turn. Stand by to main. Let's start with a normal summon of the Kagamusha. And then we're going to special Kaizen. Because I have 2 6 samurais, the Kaizens are actually going to be buffed by 3. And from here, I'm going to go battle. 21.
Unfortunately, that does give you enough.
Oh, was it a 2? Oh, okay. What you got?
Let's go for Gendiva.
Yeah, that's fine. To the grave. 21. 4. 25. Go main phase 2. I think I just keep it the way it is. I will just pass turn.
Stand by to main.
All good.
Let's get a set. I think I have to for now, even though it's really not great value. I guess I gotta try. Monster Reborn. Targets Snowman.
Sure.
I suppose this is gonna give my strategy away. I'll normal Wind Up Kitten. And then I will declare its effect. Target a monster your opponent controls. Return it to the hand.
Yeah.
I bounce Shien.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I think I'm just forced to go battle.
Okay.
And hit you for 4.
I will take 4.
And that is my turn.
These are back to 18.
For now.
All right, I will draw. We're going.
Stand by to main.
Yeah. Normal summon Mizuho. I'm gonna use her.
Tribute another face of 6 samurai. Target 1 card on the field. Destroy that target.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that effect, and I'm going to tribute the Kaizen and destroy the Snowman Eater.
Damn.
Battle.
Yeah.
16.
Now's the time. Mirror Force.
Oh, okay. I can't seem to find the buttons anymore. Main phase 2. I will set a card. Back to you.
Okay. Stand by to main.
All good.
Activate Bait Doll.
Oh. Okay.
God damn. All right. I'm gonna activate Wind Up Factory. I'm gonna normal Wind Up Shark. I'll declare its effect once per turn to. I'll just reduce the level by 1. That's not gonna do it in this turn, but that's just to get the Wind Up Factory to proc. Then I will trigger the Wind Up Factory to search level 4 or lower.
Yeah.
Let's pull Magician. From here, I will just go battle phase.
Sure.
Hit you with 15. Hit you with 8.
Okay.
That is my turn.
All right. I will draw. Stand by to main. Set and pass.
I'll normal the Magician.
Sure.
I will once again declare the effect of Wind Up Shark,
Sure.
reducing its level by 1 again,
Okay.
which will then let me declare the effect of Magician. Do special summon a level 4 or lower from deck.
Okay.
And face of defense.
Okay.
Okay, let's pull Rat in defense. And then I'm gonna activate the Wind Up Factory as well. To add a level 4 or lower from deck to hand. I'll pull a second Magician. Let's overlay these 2. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Zen 80.
Warning.
Ooh.
I can't have that touch the board.
Why did you top deck Solemn Judgment, then Solemn Warning right after?
I mean, those are pretty bad top decks.
As well as you managed to draw into Rhoda and another 6 Samurai United. What that? Did you stack your deck?
No.
I don't believe you.
I drew 4.
Battle.
Yeah.
Swing for 6. Swing for 8.
I'll take it.
It's his turn.
I will draw. Stand by to main. Normal summon.
Ooh. All right.
Battle. Let's kill. There's not honestly like a good target. Because like Magician, you just do stuff. I guess the cat.
I'm in a Book of Moon.
Oh. This just targets any. Yeah, you got it.
Oh, all right.
What the fuck?
You don't even know if I could have beaten over it.
Your cat just bounces it.
It's only once on the field. The wind-up kitten has the effect once while face up on the field.
Whatever.
You can target.
Who gives a shit?
It was just it was a dud at that point.
Yeah, you could have overlaid into something bigger. I know you got plays. Game 2. That was upsetting.
How about game 2?
Here I am. I come and I build something super cool, and then you just show up with windups.
I was incredibly worried after that first turn. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Like, you opened legit crack.
Yeah.
And had a big board.
Hopefully this will catch you off guard. I'm gonna go second.
All right, fair enough. Stand by to main.
Oh, good.
Hopefully this will catch you off guard. I unfortunately did not open crack. So I'm gonna get a humble set. Last turn.
Wow. Okay. Stand by to main.
Oh, dude, didn't open crack.
Special. Normal. Effect. Special.
So he does gain the 1500 attack, but is he going to be on the field for very long?
We are going to just sync these.
Yeah.
Make this.
It's crazy how consistently you can do that.
I know, even without the ban card. It's probably just like a stupid snowman eater again. If it is, I'll just attack with the bigger one. This guy is at 17. We'll just go battle, and I will swing in.
It was Snowman.
Yeah, I figured.
I will target Kakeki.
Sure. Main phase 2. Let's just set a card, and I'll pass the turn.
Stand by to main.
All good.
A normal kitten.
Sure.
Declare effect.
Yep.
Battle phase.
Sure.
Swing for 8.
I'll take it.
All right, what a shit turn. End phase.
I will draw. Stand by to main. Let's go for smoke signal.
Yeah, I forgot you have 2 of them as well.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
What do I smoke signal for? The Kagamusha. Special.
Again?
Normal.
Jesus Christ.
There we go.
The odds of that are so fucking low.
If you see my deck, you'd be surprised of how consistent I can do that. Main phase 2, I'm still just chilling.
Stand by to main.
All good.
I'm gonna start by activating Wind-Up Factory.
Is that a problem? It could be, unless, yeah, I'll just destroy it.
Damn. All right. Instant Fusion.
Sure.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Clear effect.
Sure.
Fuck it, I'll just do it. I'll normal summon the Wind-Up Rat. I will declare its effect.
Okay.
Switching it to defense position.
Okay.
To special summon Wind-Up Kitten in defense position. Unfortunately, I do believe that is where my turn is forced to end.
The Thousand Eyes will die then.
Yeah. And then, okay, bye-bye.
All right. I will draw.
Your move, YuGiOh.
Stand by to main. Let's go for United.
Okay.
Let's go for Monster Reborn. Target Shien.
I was like, there's no fucking way he has it, right? Jesus Christ.
Do I just fire this just to get another draw? I think I do.
You are seeing so much use out of that Shien.
Hell yeah, dude. Battle.
3 fucking times.
We will just,
Man.
There's not really a good way to do it, really. I guess I just kill the kitten. Main phase 2, I will just pass.
Stand by to main.
All good.
I guess I'll try. I'll activate Messenger of Peace.
What are you doing? This is so fucking stupid.
This card was never even on the ban list.
Oh my god.
Oh, are you gonna negate it or no?
You're just stalling. No, that's fine.
Okay. I think honestly then I'm probably just going to, well, what are the odds you can out it next turn? I'll give it a whirl. I'll put this in attack mode. Actually, no, I'm going to walk that back because I forgot the effect's only once while on the field. So I won't put an attack, but I'll just end turn.
Stand by to main. We're just going to, I guess, special. And I will pass.
Draw, stand by. I will take the 100.
Yep. You're on the 53 turn clock. Jesus Christ.
Deck out. Let's set a card. And I'm basically forced to pass again.
I will draw. Standby to main. I guess I'll just bait all the set.
Yeah.
Okay. I think from here, I will just set a card and I will pass.
Standby at domain.
100.
Yep. I think what I do here, on normal wind up rabbit, I will then overlay.
Okay.
Or is that matey again? I will detach. Let's detach the rat. Do special summon a wind up from hand or deck.
Yep.
Let's pull cat. I'll declare effect to cat. Bounce she in.
Sure.
I'll sit on it. I'll just end turn.
All right. I will draw. Standby to main. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass.
Damn. All right, standby. I'll take the 100. Let's get an activation of Wind Up Factory. Let's do normal summon magician.
Okay.
Detach a second material to special summon from hand or deck as well.
Sure.
Okay, so I would do Chainlink 1 Zenmaid and Chainlink 2 Magician.
Yeah.
Chainlink 2 Magician to start. Another Magician for that one. Chainlink 1 Zenmaid will special Dark.
The special summon happens in defense for the magician.
Right. I will chain the Wind Up Factory.
Okay.
Or I just activate Wind Up Factory to pull to hand. Another Shark. From here, let's overlay these two. Zenmeister. I think what I can do is I can declare the effect of Zenmeister
Okay.
to detach an Xyz material from card, target a face-up monster I control, change to face-down defense, and then if I do, during the end phase, it returns to face-up attack. So I'll detach Magician to target Kitten, set the Kitten. This will go down to 2200, and then I'll chain the Magician over here, because I haven't used this one's effect yet this turn, to special summon a level 4 or lower from deck. I'll pull Rabbit. Now, I think I'm at the point where I kind of have to do something here. So let's go battle, and I want to see what you are working with. Oh, no, I can't attack 1500. Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought it was more than 15 for a second.
That's why I'm waiting. Like, you're doing all this stuff, but you can't do anything.
It's fine. I just have to make sure you don't do anything next turn. Well, I think I'm forced to go to the end phase then, at which point the cat will flip himself up again, and it is your move.
All right. I will draw. Go standby to main. Let's just set another card, and I'll pass.
Standby. I'm not going to pay the cost this time. Let's start by declaring the effect of Kitten.
Sure.
Let's bounce this back to hand.
Okay.
I'm going to get a set. And I think I'm going to declare the Wind-Up Rabbit to target this Magician here and banish it until the next standby phase. I will use Wind-Up Factory then.
Okay.
Let's pull another Magician. Normal summon Shark. Activate its effect to reduce its level by 1. I will then overlay these two for Leviathan Dragon. Activate the effect of Leviathan Dragon to detach material to buff it by 5. Then I'll activate Salvage, target 2 waters with 1500 less attack, and return them to my hand. That will be the Wind Up Shark and the Snow Man-Eater. I'll go battle.
Sure.
I'll swing in for 400. I'll swing in.
Yep.
And then I will attack for 15 and for 8.
All right.
All right. Main phase 2.
Sure.
I will declare the effect of Zenmeister again. Detaching another material. This will drop back to 19. Target Kitten.
Yep.
To set it. Proceed to the end phase. Kitten will flip. Your move.
I will draw. Standby to main. Cyber Dragon.
Oh, goddamn.
It's okay. We will normal Kageki, activate the effect.
Fiendish Chain on Gegeki.
Oh, okay. I guess we just go battle the Kitten. Main phase 2, I will pass.
Standby to main.
All good.
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's normal summon Rat. And then I will declare the effect, switching it to defense, and I'm targeting the shark in my graveyard.
Okay.
So switch it to defense, target the shark, special summon in defense. I'll activate Wind Up Factory in response to that.
Yeah.
I'm actually running out of options to pull, but let's just pull the shark. I will activate the shark, decrease its level by 1.
Sure.
Overlay, send mains, and then with a wind up monster being normal or special summoned, or so I can special another shark. Battle.
Sure.
Swing for 4. Swing for 13.
And then the Phoenix chain will drop off.
Yes. Attack for 15 and attack for game.
That's lethal, yeah. Holy shit.
Goddamn.
Your fucking wind-up pulls are insane. I have like quite a few of like the main deck stuff, but it's the extra deck stuff that I'm lacking, so I never decided to even build the deck.
I managed to pull at least one. I think I only pulled one, but I pulled one of all of these extra deck ones.
Jesus. I mean, that's really all you need.
I even have the Zen Mao I never got to use too.
I mean, this one's like the worst one. Like me and you have been playing it recently just because it is a rank 5 that you can possibly go into.
Yeah.
But
the only way I could go into it with this one is if I have 2 sharks on the field at the same time and I increase both their levels by 1.
Yeah.
That's the only way I could do it.
Which still isn't that implausible for this deck just because of how consistent it is. The other ones are so much better. Like even as a rank 4, like this one being able to buff itself to 2500 is still pretty decent. Zen Mains is just a really good generic rank 3 just because it offers protection on a fat ass. But Carrier is like obviously the most important one in the entire deck.
And I actually got to use Zen Maester's effect. I've used it before, but I never actually got to use his effect.
Yeah, because like the effect, if you're not playing windups, it's kind of ass.
Man, props to Derek for giving me the idea to play these.
How did he come up with the idea to play windups?
So what he did was, I don't know what site he was on, but he went to a site where he looked up
Tournament results.
What tournament results? Yeah, and he looked up specific. He asked me at the time, I didn't even know what he was doing. He asked me like, "Hey, when did that set come out?" And I was like, looks like November of 2012." And then he just pulled up a list of like top decks from November 2012, and there were a lot of windups in there. And I was like, interesting. So we went looking at deck lists, and I was like, I actually have a lot of these cards. The main thing I ran into was a lot of the back row they have, I either don't have, we left out, or we banned. And there was a couple pivotal extra deck monsters that they all played that I don't have either.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you to do. You got to look up tournament results for that year and then just find a deck. It's a really good like jumping off point because obviously you're never going to be able to 100% recreate the deck, but it is an idea to learn like ratios of cards and what cards are really prevalent and which ones are not, because out of like an archetype, not every card in an archetype is actually playable. I take it your craft was the tour guide.
Oops, it was the second tour guide.
Yeah, I've actually been thinking for some of these cards for months now, but I never brought it up to you because why give you the competitive edge? But you have not been main decking Mirror Force or Dark Hole like for this entirety of this time, and I've always questioned like, why does he never do that? Because those are like big staple cards.
Yeah, that's the thing I found out last night, was that apparently everybody was playing Dark Hole at the time.
Yeah,
I never really played Mirror Force because you always have Bait Doll and you always seem to hit it, and a lot of the times I get burned because I play traps that are reactionary, not chainable, so I stopped playing it.
So my deck, it was just like a warrior toolbox. I used like the biggest core of it being like the 6 samurai stuff, just because, you know, they have free special summons, they have summons that summon additional cards then as well. They have a Rhoda.
What is that card? I've never seen this card before.
What card?
Goblinderberg?
Yeah, this card is a staple card, man.
What the
You
hell?
can play this in any deck, and it is a free rank 4 monster.
When this card is normal summon, special summon a level 4 lower monster from hand after that's changed. Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, that secondary effect doesn't even fucking matter, because like you said, it's a rank 4.
Yeah.
Wow, I've never seen that before. I do like how it's a little goblin driving a plane, and somehow it's still a warrior.
Yeah, but that paired up with like Photon Thrasher, you can play this going first or second. You can play it going first as just like a free extender without committing to your normal summon. It's a level 4, it's a warrior, so some of the newer extra deck cards that we got require 2 warrior monsters. Not only that, but it's also good for going second too, because Yeah, it can't attack if you have another monster, but this makes it similar to Cyber Dragon in that situation, to where you can just special this guy, contest your opponent's board by going to the battle phase, and then progging something.
The other thing, I just realized you're not playing any traps.
This is you're looking at the side deck in here. Like I did have.
Oh, okay. You did have traps.
I did have traps in the main deck, but for going second, I took all the traps out.
Which, I mean, yeah, all your cards either search or reborn or destroy back row. So
Yeah, and that's what I really liked about this deck, was that there's so many different pieces going on here, but yet they all serve a purpose to commit to the same thing, which is just spamming multiple bodies. You can then go into rank 3s, rank 4s, synchros, because I'm actually playing a tuner. Here we are. We're at the wheel. I'll go ahead, take my one and only spin so far.
first time this whole season that you're on the loser end of the wheel.
I am, and I get to craft a main deck monster.
Okay, not bad.
Not bad. I will take that.
There.
Hell yeah.
I know originally I was going to craft another effect failure to have two.
Mm-hmm.
But while building this deck, we decided that building the extra tour guide would have been a better call for this deck specifically.
Yeah, definitely.
And potentially for decks in the future.
Absolutely, so, yeah. You have craft a trap.
Craft a trap, okay.
And your second option is common and rare. Yeah.
So I guess I'm crafting a trap card.
Yeah. I guess.
Okay.
Oh man.
Fair enough.
Oh, whatever. Congratulations, bud. You got your this is your first win, right, in the Xyz era?
Yes it is.
Wow.
Yes it is.
And he had to play meta to do it.
I did, yeah. I did.
You and your meta shit.
Me and I'm like the poster boy for like playing rogue.
All right, guys, that's going to bring it into this episode. Thanks again for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, leave a comment. We want to see your guys' feedback. Also, hit the sub button. Help us reach our current goal of 100 subs. If we get there, we plan on doing a review of Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie. As always, Cody, closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts. First of all, I would like to thank, my family for always supporting me. A big shout outs to Derek. This win's dedicated to you. Wouldn't have been possible without you. I do feel a little dirty having to go into meta, but it does feel nice to win again. So
that's the thing though. Meta's not honestly that big of a problem when you are playing meta though.
That might be it.
Windups are strong. Bye.
Windups can be strong.